problem. The problem is my life fucking sucks. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix it. I think it's time to fucking break the computer, my doggies. Guys, this computer has done us, has fucked us in the ass way harder and way more often than I think I should. Give me a fucking yes. I think I'm done with it. My doggy. Let's smoke it. Yeah. Dude, what the fuck? There's some fucked up shit inside of it.
What's he one?
Punch him in the jowl.
I'm 50 on grab.
XQC. Okay. So XQC speeding in one game.
I'm back. I'm bad for AFK now. I go chat's on full cancer again, boys. This is it. This is the full cancer experience we're having right now.
Is Pugs a streamer or something?
Yeah, he's a famous YouTuber. He streams on Reddit.
XQC? XQC!
I don't even have a Reddit account.
Yo, XQC.
Yeah, that's not on me.
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real, yeah.
I'm a console transfer, so this is like a lot for me.
Yeah, sure. What about console? Were you like good on console and shit? Jesus fuck, seriously? Okay. Well, try your best, man. We got this.
Playing main.
I'm joking, boys. Come on, man. I'm just joking with them. Come on. Okay, chat. Here's what we call friendly banter with people I play with every day. These are people that I know, and I can say, shut the fuck up. I get to do that because it's a friend and he doesn't get offended by it. You should not be talking to people you don't know out of the blue for no reason if you actually mean it. It's called sarcasm.
Yo, Red Salad, you play Sim or Zen?
Never giving up! Never!
Whatever.
Bruh.
Oh, what was that? Sim is so good.
괜찮아. 그 정도는 안 줘. 가벼운 부상이다. 넌 무사할 거야. 이제 괜찮을 거야. 얘는 나한테 맡겨. 정의가 가벼운 부상이다. 넌 무사할 거야. 괜찮아. 그 정도는 안 줘. 넌 내가 지킨다. 이제 괜찮을 거야. 괜찮아. 그 정도는 안 돼.
남은 시간 60초. 내가 기회를 복구시켜주지. 남은 시간 30초.
계속 치료해 주.
Tecrori hanno distruttori. 추가 시간.
충전 중입니다.
최고의 플레이.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. Now that the fallout of the Mercy changes going to live is kind of over, people have got used to how these changes work, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk to EVA about the Mercy changes and how there's a lot of unanswered questions with this hero that may still need changing. Without further ado, let's get started. So the Mercy changes went through. I think a lot of people are kind of expecting Mercy to drop out, but it's quite interesting to hear somebody that pretty much plays predominantly Mercy. You kind of agree with the changes to an extent.
Yeah, I kind of agree in the sense that Mercy needed changes. She's too powerful. She was a must pick. Really speaking, no hero should be a must pick ever. But to see Mercy being nerfed, it's a good thing. But the question then becomes, was this the correct nerf? And is this a viable long-term nerf? Mercy in the past has received dozens of nerfs or changes or buffs throughout her history. She's likely the most changed hero at this point. But if you start to look at the history of these changes, many of them are either semi-knee-jerk reaction changes or just changes to make her more or less viable in different situations. And when you start to look at each of these changes, they're two things. They're not only patch changes in the sense that they don't actually fix the issue, they're just patches to an existing issue, and they don't really fully address those issues. And that these aren't long-term fixes. A lot of these changes are temporary fixes they don't fully fix the issue at hand. Take immunity, for example. She was dying when she was going in for Resurrect. That didn't really fix the issue of her kit. It was a band-aid fix. In this case, I feel it's a band-aid fix, and that this isn't the long-term fix.
Do you expect more changes to come to Mercy, albeit... Because the impression I have is that they needed to tone down Mercy to the point where she was still somewhat viable, but not obviously as strong as she is. And then Blizzard had a little bit more freedom and room to go, right, we could change these quality of life things to just bump up Mercy a little bit. What kind of changes would you also like to see that we may not have seen implemented?
In this situation, I'm not sure if they'll be doing more tweaking as much as that it is borderline another rework I expect to see. A lot of the professional scene agrees that the Resurrect just simply needs to be removed in place of another ability. I'm starting to lean that way because at this point, I don't feel Resurrect on cooldown will ever be balanced. And here's some of the reasons why I feel this way. Right now, Mercy is yet again just a ball of exceptions. Her literal entire kit is a ball of exceptions. With Resurrect being a cooldown, the longest cooldown in the game, the only cooldown in the game that lasts through respawn, and that it is the only thing in the game that can bring somebody back to life. That's some pretty key exceptions going on there. But right now, as it stands, it's also one of the only cooldowns in the game that has a channeled cast time that, if interrupted, you will lose the cooldown. So, as it stands right now, it's a ball of exceptions that doesn't feel good to the user, and that it still, regardless, doesn't feel good to have somebody you just picked off resurrected. I think as a game design philosophy, Blizzard is going to try to either keep tweaking res severely, or potentially remove it.
The idea that there's a cast time on Res now really makes it so you can't jump in and just bring somebody back.
A 거점을 수비하십시오.
눈동자를 들여다보시오. 거점 곧 적이 차지할 거야. 의심이 그대를 좀먹고 있어. 안녕하시오. 목표를 포착해. 마음가도
남은 시간 60초.
저격수가 보인다. 거점 곧 적이 차지할 거야.
남은 시간 30초. 동시처치. 남은 시간 10초.
승리는 우리의 운명이야. 우리는 공부를 다해.
최고의 플레이.
Back to life without running the risk of dying yourself, and both of you being down in the fight. Does that work as a placeholder, I suppose, to the problem being that, like, Res is either going to be OP whilst it's in the game, or do you think that there was other ways that they could go about it? Is the cast time too long? Like, is it balanced for you the way that it is currently in the game, with the Resurrect at least just on its own?
I think in general currently, the goal was to make Resurrect less viable for Mercy to pull off from a safety standpoint. Mercies were living way too long and getting off way too many Resurrects per life. This makes it more risky for the player to get off a Resurrect, especially if somebody's out of position. A couple patches ago, they removed a Guardian Angel reset after Resurrect. That instantly already made it more difficult for Mercies to get off Reses because they couldn't just fly in, Resurrect, and get out. They fly in, Resurrect, are there for about a second and a half, and then fly out. That already was a detriment, but now it's fly in, forced to stay there 2 seconds, and then get out, and they're super slow in the meantime. From a safety standpoint, if you actually shoot the Mercy, it's a much less viable situation, and oftentimes that Resurrect wasn't worth it, because now they're down their Mercy. In that sense, it's a pretty viable change. Does it actually fix the issue? No. Right now, as it seems, the current issue is Valkyrie, in my opinion. The way we're headed is back where Mercy was in Mercy 1.0 days. Mercy 1.0 relied on her ultimate solely to be useful to the team. In this situation, unless you can securely get off a Resurrect outside of Valkyrie, you're back to the situation you are fully dependent on your ultimate to be useful to the team. Getting off 2 instant Resurrects is super important to your team, as well as you have the entire duration of 20 seconds to get off either of those Resurrects tempo during a fight. It is a really powerful situation, but just makes her lean on her Resurrect and to be useful during Valkyrie. So I generally feel that at this point, Mercy is just back to where she was, where she is reliant on her ultimate, and this is what they were trying to avoid with Mercy 2.0. They made Resurrect an ability so that it would allow Mercy to utilize part of her kit between ultimates. now, or just back at the point where she's only useful during her ultimate, effectively?
I think the way that Blizzard wanted to approach it is I can't remember who used the example necessarily, but it's the whole idea that you're defending on Hanamura, somebody gets picked on your team and you can res them back up fairly quick. It's one of those, when you have control over the fight, that you can res people as and when needed. So there's that element of play that I think it supports, but is there just what way can you balance it? Just talking about the ability before we...
한 방이면 충분해. 수비를 준비하십시오. 영웅을 선택하십시오.
Tiga time mover.
우리 사람은 지킬 가치가 있어요. 함께라면 할 수 있어요.
깽판 치기 딱 좋은 날씨네.
적의 공격까지 30초.
파리 타임! 불꽃놀이를 시작하자고!
이거 재밌겠어.
5, 4,
내가 전에
3, 2, 1. 공격이 시작됩니다. 화물을 저지하십시오. 명령 동시.
내가 쉽게 꺼져줄 줄 알아? 화물을 멈춰. 완벽. 화물을 멈춰. 확인했다. 화물을 멈춰. 그냥 여기 사냥꾼 은밀하게 덧칠렀습니다. 화물 멈춰. 화물을 멈춰. 화물 멈춰. 알겠어.
아, fuck.
Nice. Bastion, nice.
Apagando las luces. 궁극기가 준비됐어. 남은 시간 10초. 추가 시간.
We get onto the ultimate because that's a completely different topic. Is there any way to make Resurrect more viable than it is currently? Is it viable, is it fine now without completely removing it from the game? Is that actually possible, do you think, for Blizzard to do?
Right now, the way I see it is that Resurrect either needs to go on a earned ability situation, or it needs to be removed from the game. Think of, as poor of an example as this potentially may be to some people, Torbjorn Scrap. An ability that he has. He cannot use armor until he has filled up a portion of his meter. In this case, just imagine instead of a countdown, it is a percentage on top of her ability bar. In this situation, there would be no resurrects on the instant a match starts. She would have to earn it. You killing the Mercy twice in a row wouldn't just allow her to come back and have resurrect for free. You're actually rewarded for killing her twice in a row. She would not have a resurrect for that next engagement, nor the ult charge for Valkyrie. It would also encourage the situation that it would also make her kit flow better as a hero, because currently speaking, it just feels terrible as a player. Right now, it also feels that, and that Resurrect is also the ability in the game that has such a long cooldown that regardless of how you play as a person, you will not gain that faster or slower. So in a situation where you need to engage, but you also can't die for this next engagement, you just feel the need to, alright, 6 seconds and then we can engage with Resurrect. It's like, that doesn't feel good. It doesn't flow well. With it being earned, not only are you encouraged to do your job consistently, having a flow to your kit, but as well as during Valkyrie, instead of having a situation where, alright, well, you have potentially 2, or say before where you could earn multiple just with a cooldown over the duration of Valkyrie. This situation would be how much you heal and how much you damage boost during Valkyrie, because you're healing or damage boosting multiple people, would increase how fast you get another Resurrect. But if you say are only Valking and only healing 2 people, you're not going to get more Resurrects because you're not doing more. Overall, when you start to think about how this flows through her entire kit, this is not only more beneficial for her from a gameplay perspective, more beneficial for the team to not feel like they have to just wait on a cooldown. They can actually work together to earn it quicker. Or from the enemy perspective, where they are rewarded for punishing the Mercy player and denying them additional resurrects by eliminating her, where they feel before it is predictable, as well as it is unrewarding to repeatedly kill the Mercy, knowing that regardless of what you do, she will have another resurrect. Say for imagine a stall situation where multiple lives over and over, she's not going to have resurrect because she's just feeding. Whereas in the current sense as well, that you know, alright, she's died twice. When she comes back, she's going to have res on her tank. That doesn't seem right. Whereas it would reward a player for not just repeatedly going on the point, but trying to heal or damage boost people as they feed onto the point, potentially allowing them to do more of their job, extending the stall likely faster, and then actually allowing the player to do more of their job. When you start to think about how everything would flow because Resurrect is earned, it makes you feel, why aren't they doing this?
regardless of looking at Mercy, what should and shouldn't be done with her balance, the version of Mercy that we've got in the game we're going to have for a few weeks, I imagine there'll be a lot of people that play Mercy, maybe just play Mercy, that can be quite intimidated by this. Not only just because of the hero being changed to a point that they're not as good, I think most people would agree there, but also people are really against the idea of Mercy now.
Yeah, I think in general, right now, people are very jaded to even the concept of having a Mercy. People are getting this taste of matches without Mercy again, and frankly, it feels great. Team fights flow very well. You are rewarded for picks. Team fights actually seem like skill is factored in again, as bad as it may seem.
How many times were you called out for playing Mercy when the changes went live in comparison to playing them before?
Right as soon as the changes hit, within about 2 hours, not only were they attacking my hero choice, but they as well as going personal, because many players have this issue where they cannot separate their hate for a class with the person that plays that class.
So I think with all of the Mercy players that may watch this, that may be like kind of almost scared to pick up Mercy, like what kind of advice would you give on playing this iteration of Mercy that's in the game currently? Because not too much has changed, it is just a time on the Resurrect, so if you're a good Mercy, you can play around it and you can stay at your skill rating and even climb nowadays with how skill seems to factor in a lot more.
I'd say in general, right now, just don't worry about what people say. Objectively speaking, not a lot's changed. It's just a matter of figuring out, was this change good? And figuring out how this plays into your own personal playstyle. I personally didn't resurrect a ton outside of Valkyrie, so it hardly affected me. But that might affect you more depending on your rank. So, in general, figure out how it affects your playstyle, how to improve from that, and moving forward, what you feel you should be doing to your and what you should be doing with your team. I also would like to note, definitely more people need to be practicing Moira. I feel she's a very entertaining hero, and that she will also be pretty powerful for the time being. It would be pretty good to have both on your side.
So we've spoken about what we changed about like how res would work a lot of the time, given it would be on like a charge basis, almost like a mini ultimate in a lot of senses. How would that change with the ultimate, with Valkyrie? What aspects of Valkyrie are too strong? What aspects would you leave alone?
Currently speaking, two things about Valkyrie are too powerful, and kind of three depending on how you look at it. Right now, as far as the ultimate itself, I feel that its duration is insane. And that, especially with a charge-based changes to Resurrect, that it needs to be 12 or 14 seconds. It's just too long. It's too powerful in its current form, in my opinion, and that, especially with these changes, it would be too effective. Her passive speed in Valkyrie is a notch too fast for many players and most ranks. It is very difficult to track her, especially at a distance. Alongside that, currently Valkyrie is gained a little too quickly. If we add a 20% additional cost to it, I feel it would be in a much more balanced position regarding how frequently it is available. And yeah, I forgot about this part, but as well as her passive regeneration is currently a little bit too much. I feel that at 20 healing per second, while it doesn't feel like it's that much, it feels much more. I think if we cut it back to half, and then give back her time-based regeneration of not taking damage for, say, 2 seconds, and then she'll go up to a higher regeneration. Considering it's an ultimate, I feel like that is actually pretty reasonable, and will encourage chip damage to the Mercy as a team, knowing that any damage over the course of the next 2 seconds will prevent her from getting additional healing. That kind of situation, I feel like, would make, as an ultimate, it more balanced and less frustrating to play against, and more rewarding for actually shooting down the Mercy.
And I guess the main sort of thing to finish on, really, the major question I think most people are asking is Mercy now trash tier, and what can be done to change it for better or worse?
I feel it heavily depends on the map, the team composition, and your rank. I know that's not a very good answer, but as well as, because it's factored on those things, she could potentially be still the most ideal pick, or depending on the map, it might not be very good. in my opinion, she's still in a fine position, but it's not ideal for long term, and that many people feel jaded towards her changes. Not only that they're getting more favorable towards not having to play with her against her, but as well as that in general, people just want to break. They see these balanced passes as, alright, the days of Mercy are over, I don't want to see her in our matches anymore. People feel really strongly about that.
Finally, I guess we usually do golden tips. Anything that you really want to highlight at the end of this video, really emphasize with playing the new version of Mercy. And also, where can people find you with more streams and Twitter and all that jazz?
I feel right now where Resurrect isn't an entirely bad situation. I feel it encourages two things: paying attention to saving it more for Valkyrie, so you have those double instant resurrects instead of thinking. It also encourages thinking about, do we really need this person for this next fight if they get picked off early? Or as well as that, just in general communication, letting your team know that, hey, we're going to have Valkyrie soon, so we'll have instant resurrects. Or the reverse of that being, we don't have Valkyrie, but we need to get off this res soon. We need to be able to help me get off the resurrect via either a bubble, Winston shield, or additional healing from your second healer. Those will greatly impact your play over time, and will definitely help you win more matches via being able to do your job. As far as where to check me out, you can find me over on my Twitter at EVA_, or on Twitch at EVA_.
And that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Do check out EVA, he's a great streamer. He's been also learning other heroes as well, climbing up the ranks as Cree, for those that want to check that out. It's definitely worth a watch. But that's it for this time. Let me know if you want to talk about any other heroes. Maybe we could talk about Doomfist with Chipsa. Might be a good example of a video to do. Let me know what you'd like to see in the comments below. And until next time, take care. We'll see you then.
내가 피해를 복구시켜주지. 지금 이동해.
꼼짝 말라고.
이게 널 회복시킬 거야. 가득한 손. 조심해요. 레이즈다. 널 회복시키고 있어. 내 의지를 느껴봐라. 이제 살. 도착했어. 전원 처치. 남은 시간 60초. 널 고쳐줘. 위치로 이동해. 이건 내 의지에 굴복하라. 상태가 개선됐어.
내 의지는 이루어지리.
남은 시간이 15초. 최고의 플레이.
Kids, they're bundles of energy, but they need the right snacks to keep them going. That's why I give my kids Fruity Bars. They're full.
Why am I not surprised that you haven't done a video on net neutrality, PewDiePie? It's sad how much you're disconnected from regular people. PewDiePie, please make a video about net neutrality and spread awareness about it. Please. PewDiePie, please, everybody's waiting on you from the community to help make a video about stop FCC taking control of net neutrality. Do a video on net neutrality, please, we need you. I'm surprised the biggest guy on YouTube, a career on the internet, isn't just a little concerned with net neutrality. Unless it's missing something out of place. It would really help if someone had access to what it needs to get themselves to spread awareness. I don't know, maybe a video PSA at least. But you know, that's just a thought. Well, carry on, everybody. Have a good day. Urgent! If you're not freaking out about net neutrality right now, you're not paying attention. Listen here, okay? I know what it's like to have bad internet, alright? Don't come to me being all like, oh, net neutrality, everything is gonna be bad. Oh! Listen, everyone knows we want net neutrality. What do you want me to say about it? It's been all over the internet. It's literally been blasted. How do you not know about this? Your favorite YouTuber has made a video about it. Everyone has talked about it. What do you want me to say about it? First of all, in case you for some reason don't know what net neutrality is, let's look it up. Net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers and governments regulating the internet must treat all data on the internet the same and not discriminate or charge differentially by user, content, website, platform, application, type of attachment. Okay, I don't care. I immediately don't care. Okay? But he isn't in the US, so unless the UK government is retarded, it doesn't affect him. Oh! It would seem this doesn't affect me. Suck it, America! No, for real. Sorry, okay? The memes got ahead of me. Of course it's a serious issue. Of course it is. Let's see what people are saying about net neutrality.
Come on! Still loading? Still loading.
What is that? The Google Pixel 2.
Can it tell me when to leave?
Yes, now.
And the fastest way there?
Yep.
Can it tell me if I need an umbrella?
Yes, rain is expected.
What happens if I squeeze it? Try it.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. How can I help?
Hello.
Still loading? Still loading. Still loading. Have you ever been stuck on a really slow internet connection? One so slow that you just can't stream video, or you have to give up on using certain sites or apps because they just take too long
How
to
did
load?
you know this?
Well, imagine that certain sites were permanently confined to a slow lane like that.
Practically
while
they are!
Others were allowed to operate at full speed.
Oh my god!
Unless...
I already have this problem. You trying to sell me an issue that I already have? No, thank you. Okay.
It would be like paying to board earlier for an airplane, but for just about anything that you need.
I love paying extra so I can get in earlier. It's great. I don't have to stand in line with all the weirdos.
The idea that internet service providers shouldn't be allowed to discriminate against or grant preferential treatment to particular sites.
Also, sorry, but Stripe, you can't wear Stripe on camera. Like, did no one tell you that?
Without net neutrality, broadband providers like Comcast, Charter, as well as mobile carriers like AT&T and Verizon could slow Netflix to a crawl in order to keep you paying for their television package.
Get that man out of my face.
Basically, a world without net neutrality might mean that you have to pay more to access the internet content that you want. But it could also crush innovation, because without a level playing field, new apps and services won't be able to compete with entrenched companies.
Like anyone gives a shit. Come on, let's get real here. People want net neutrality because they don't want the government to interfere with the internet. Not so fast. Kids from the past here made a big mistake here. My microphone stopped working. I'm sorry. It's late. But I feel like it's important because I don't want to spread misinformation on what's clearly already a very confusing topic. The FCC is a government agency, and the government wanting to repeal net neutrality, my immediate thought was, oh, okay, so the government wants to take more control over the internet, and that's why everyone is so outraged. When this is actually a rare case of the government saying, hey, we want less control here, and more into the ISPs. Net neutrality is the government sort of control, making sure that ISPs are held to a certain standard, that they can't block access to certain websites, and keep the internet free and neutral. And I think that's very, very important. So I clearly got it wrong, and I wanted to apologize and set the record straight. The head of FCC, also villain of the internet, Ajit Pai, has come forward to explain.
Hi, I'm Ajit Pai. I'm the chairman of the FCC. I really enjoy the public debate about the future of the internet.
No, you fucking don't. You're already lying. Now, Ajit Pai has been on a media campaign to twist the public's idea of net neutrality, sort of switch it around, and it's not going great for Ajit.
I always tell the truth.
Basing on any video with him in and the dislike bar. So basically, for those of you who don't know, back in 2015, this whole discussion had already happened. I don't know if you guys remember. Remember Comey 2012? Well, then it was net neutrality 2015, and here we are again, net neutrality 2017.
The system is working. Yes, Mr. Chairman, you're proposing to undo the open internet border. What is the problem you are trying to fix?
Yes, thank you. Finally, I want the answer of this.
Thank you for the question, Senator. I think one of the concerns that we have raised is that these regulations might be dampening infrastructure investment.
They might be, but there's no evidence of that.
Well, there has been evidence raised, and that's part of the reason why we are testing this proposition in the context of the notice for proposed rulemakings. It suggested the FCC simply issue a declaratory ruling saying that the facts in the law are so, and that's the way it's going to be, but we wanted to
Are you ready?
제가 화물을 움직이죠.
여기로 집결하세요. 죽이는 타이거 준비 완료. 저격수 내게 맡겨.
제가 여러분을 지키겠어요. 네.
정의는 저절로 실현되지 않아.
대선 출동.
또 있어.
아무것도 안 들었는데.
여기서 모이죠.
Wow, okay, I saw. The rest.
다시 달려볼까?
제가 여러분을 지키겠어요.
화물 계속 구성합시다.
석양이 진이다.
내 시종은 죽지 않아요.
최고의 플레이.
이것도 너프해 보시지.
test this proposition in an open and public process.
각오합니다. 퍼포먼스 분석. 탁월.
What are you saying? At this rate, I'm convinced that Ajit just wants to remove net neutrality so he can delete all the mean comments about him on the internet. He's been on Fox News where they try to twist repealing net neutrality as a left and right issue.
Including the mainstream media. Maybe we should just call them what they are, the leftist media. They're the Washington Post, anyway, writes this today, sir.
So they're basically trying to angle it like, oh, it's the left media that, those stupid leftists. When really, according to polling, everyone is against net neutrality. It's not a political left and right sort of question. A lot of celebrities have been tweeting about the FCC. Cher tweeted, net neutrality means Trump can change the internet. It will include less Americans, not more. I don't know, I can't read this. This is so incoherent. But Pi replied to this saying, another concern I've heard is that the plan will harm rural and low-income Americans. Cher, for example, has tweeted that the internet will include less Americans, not more, if my proposal is adopted. But the opposite is true. The digital divide is all too real. Too many rural and low-income Americans are still unable to get high-speed internet. So basically, a big argument for to repeal net neutrality is so that more people, the government can build out for more people to get access to the internet. So really, he's just looking after all of us. Why can't the government do that without repealing net neutrality? I have no idea. Why is it, if that's what he wants, why does the FCC want mobile data to count as broadband internet? That idea, which is an idea that would further cut off poor and rural areas from decent internet. You kind of getting, you're saying one thing, but you're showing the other. The FCC also made a myth versus fact to sort of clear out what the facts are, saying that this is the end of the internet as we know it. They're saying no, that's not true. Startups will not be able to compete with Title II regulations. They're saying no, that's not true. Internet service providers will block you from visiting the website you want to visit. They're saying no, that's not true. And basically anything that people are saying about the about net neutrality, they're saying that's incorrect. Actually, that's not how it's gonna work. But it doesn't say how or why or when. And really, I haven't seen any convincing argument for should we ruin something that is already clearly working fine. It's just, oh, more people will have access to the internet? Sure, buddy, sure. Since I'm re-recording this bit, I might as well add that since you guys told me, the reason why Ajit thinks that this will bring out more infrastructure to rural areas is because there will be more competition with the government interfering less. This is all speculation, but I also think it's worth mentioning that Ajit used to work for one of the biggest internet service providers in USA, Verizon. And it sort of make you question, like, what's the motive here? Is he just helping out his buddies from his old company? It doesn't really make sense. I'm sure the way net neutrality is presented by a lot of media campaigns and that it's so bad, I'm sure it's not as bad as people are saying. But I also haven't seen any argument for why it's a good idea to repeal net neutrality. The whole thing is just absurd. No one believes Ajit Pai, and like I said, I'm convinced this is just his personal vendetta with the internet at this point. But as always, the memes is a very tasty from this.
Playing all you want is never ever 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 gonna stop. Come on, how bad can it possibly be? How bad can I be? I'm just building the economy. How bad can I be? Just look at me in this pup. How bad can I be? Can I be? How bad could I possibly be? Let's see.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yup, I'm talking about this. Net neutrality. We need to speak up, just like everyone else says. If we don't speak up, bye-bye fandoms, bye-bye memes, bye-bye fan art, bye-bye fanfics. God damn it. Why net neutrality is important? Just imagine EA is your internet provider. Yeah, no. My internet is so good. Support net neutrality. The internet should be free. If you want to build out rural areas, I'm sure you can do it without fucking with the internet, okay? Just leave our memes alone. Thank you.
제가 여러분을 지키겠어요. 제가 보살펴드릴게요. 안녕하세요. 위험 수준 증가. 제가 우리 다시 싸워요. 어디가 아프세요? 제가 여기 있어요. 반가워요. 말끔히 치료해드릴게요. 공격력을 올려드립니다. 하늘에서 빗발친다. 남은 시간 60초. 영웅은 죽지 않아. 대가를 치를 때. 공격력 증폭. 낚시 저도 막아라. 적포탑 특수공격을 전개합시다. 제가 보살펴드리죠. 공격력을 시간 30초. 적포탑 활성화. 이 힘을 활용하겠다. 아무도 내게서 숨지 못. 내 편에 성령 활성화. 의사가 필요한가요? 남은 시간 15초. 최고의 플레이. 힘을 합쳐 특수공격을 전개합시다. 동시처치.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Liam Wiggle on your Overwatch, back with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about a few bug fixes, changes and a big change to the matchmaker for Overwatch. The bug fixes I think are quite minor apart from the Doomfist ones, so I'll kind of just put them on screen throughout the video so you can see them. It's just like voice line changes, some bug fixes with Moira, and the Doomfist ones are actually live on the PTR now as well. So his buff to his angle punch and the many bug fixes are there. There are still some to fix, but he should be in a much better and stable state now. However, with these changes comes something else which is a lot more interesting and has different implications on your play depending on what level you play at. And this is that they have made improvements to matchmaking that will decrease the range of skill rating between players on the same team. So we know that there's a lot of changes coming, and they've been coming out kind of bit by bit to the matchmaker, and I think a lot of people agree that the matchmaker is not in the healthiest of places. There's lots of different issues, one of the main ones being the variance of skill rating on your team, which we will get into, but also having a load of like one tricks or the same heroes that people play on one team. I actually have a clip I'll put on screen for you guys now where I am playing in a game and my team are all DPS mains and the other team are all healers, or the other way around. So
Torbjorn, another attack. Fucking bronze. What the fuck? I played 2 hours of Torbjorn. 2 hours of Torbjorn. Jesus. Okay, I think I'll go. I don't know, man. This is a bad call. There's no way I can go McCree. I wanna go McCree. No, like I should go merciful.
제가 여러분을 돌보겠어요.
And he doesn't even play fucking Farah, you know. Like, he doesn't even play Farah at all. Let's play Farah for under 2 minutes. Jesus Christ.
3, 2, 1. 제가 보상 공격을 시작합니다.
If I can still win this team, then
최고조에 달했습니다.
I'm done. Okay. I'm done for the day. Let's see happy with you.
영웅은 죽지 않아요. 대가를 치를 뿐.
I think I should go with my rock this other.
거점을 점령하겠습니다. 내게 모여주세요. 치유의 물결 가동.
Okay.
거점을 차지합니다. 점령 중입니다.
No healer.
거점을 점령했습니다. 이 거점 공격을 개시하십시오. 말끔히 치료해드릴게요. 처음부터 다시 시작하겠어요. 적에게 보호막 생성기가 있습니다. 더 강해졌습니다. 당신의 능력이 최고조에 달했습니다. 적 보호막 생성기 발견. 공격력 증폭.
Over page 6 now.
어디가 아프세요?
You play like this.
현대의학의 힘이란
Okay. I fucked up.
제가 보살펴드리죠. 적이 절 공격해요.
I hate this. Can we like have Winston?
현대의학의 힘이란
윈스턴 보관.
제가 돌봐드리죠. 영웅은 죽지 않아. 대가를 치르. 제가 여러분을 지키겠어요.
Oh my god.
모두 함께 싸웁시다. 제가 필요한 곳으로 가야 합니다.
Fuck them.
치료 중이에요.
Twice.
내 이름은 맥클. 저기 다이빙에서 죄송합니다.
공격받고 있어. 공격력을 높여주세요.
Yeah, people that's why Winston won't work. We're for DPS.
말끔히 치료해드릴게요. 의사가 필요한가요?
Help me. Oh my god.
발키리 슈트 가동. 곧 치료해드리겠습니다.
I don't know, win this fight.
놈들에게 보호막 생성기가
We don't need so many DPS together.
말끔히 치료해드릴게요.
There's no need for
처음부터 다시 시작하겠어요.
Wait for the guy.
제가 보살펴드리죠.
Okay, I gotta have out. So.
의사가 필요한가요?
Guy have. The guy have out too.
적을 쫓아주세요. 강화 중.
He just waits through ulti. Wait for ulti guy. It's okay.
곧 치료해드리겠습니다.
Wait for ulti.
모이세요.
Oh.
아직 당신이 필요합니다. 어머해주세요.
치료가 필요해. 어디 의사 없나?
Wait.
제가 여러분을 지키겠어요.
참 친절하기도 하지.
우리 다시 싸워요. 공격력을 높여주세요. 아직 당신이 필요합니다. 이것도 너프의 도시지.
Winston, please. Oh my god, go inside. There's like 2%. I don't know what my Winston's doing. What my Winston's doing? Oh god. Oh, he's still trying to kill the thing. Winston!
빨리 회복됐나요? 치유의 물결 가동.
Oh god. Can we have?
공격당하고 있습니다.
Can we have Winston?
말끔히 치료해드릴게요.
Oh my god. It's just me fighting like. It's okay. You can chill your back.
의사가 필요한가요?
Gonna be a long fight here.
치유의 물결 가동. 제가 여기 있어요. 영웅은 죽지 않아요. 대가를 치를 뿐.
In.
제가 여러분을 지키겠어요.
Timing speech.
영웅은 죽지 않아요. 대가를 치를 뿐.
Go in! Oh my god, please! Oh.
최고의 플레이.
Everyone get to play for free.
So there's a lot of issues like that, but what this change to skill rating does is affects, I think, high tier and low tier games the most, especially high tier, but think about the tiers that have less players in them. So if someone's playing at GM, a lot of the time what will happen is that when they search for a game, there's not enough Grandmasters players or top 500s to put them against and with. So what it actually does is it pulls in Masters and sometimes even Diamonds to balance both teams out. So what can happen is you can have like 4 GMs and 2 Diamonds on one team with the top 500 on the other team and a bunch of Masters. So there's like a mix of between like 1,000 SR sometimes, if not more, in some of the games from Diamond and upwards. Now, even though the teams are actually balanced in terms of SR, the games are not balanced at all, because someone that's playing on the Diamond team is going to struggle more even if the teams are balanced because of the...
Okay, last. Okay, this is the last. Okay, go, okay.
I mean, listen, I don't cream over McCree. I mostly cream over Torbjorn, but that's besides the case.
Yeah, Torbjorn's got the good hammer.
Yeah, I highly agree.
Hey, it's me, Anon. Okay, I'm gonna keep it really short, just like my P. Sorry that I've been gone for a while. I have a lot of other stuff to do, a job, and excuse me, Jesus Christ. I'm really digging that you guys are enjoying these custom game videos. It's unique, and I never see anyone ever doing them on YouTube. So I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying them. I love doing them. I also wanted to say, leave a comment down below as to what I should name the next server in the custom games. Like, you get to decide. Isn't that cool? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I love every single one of you guys so much. Keep on smiling. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, let's see what we have in store today. Yeah? Kingdom RP. Let's hop into that one. Oh my god. They're role-playing in the chat instead of with mics. Alright, let's read this out.
Take the evil king to the ledge. All hair G tout. I will do this. I don't think royal people talk like that. Oh hell yeah, moaning RP 18 plus. That sounds like my.
Doesn't feel fun to me. Like it's not fun. How's that fun? God. Okay, that's not fun. That's fucking fun. So if you can. Sure for you lied. Shuffle. I hate shuffle. Cause he know what he say. He say like if you fucking flashback at if you flashback on top of Reinhardt, you might like oh, okay. You could have I don't know. You could have like you could have Nah, I'm losing because I just meme too much. You could have like stunned the Reinhardt or something like that. Yeah. That's what you say. Yeah. What's the problem? I just that's up. What's the problem? Why I couldn't have? Okay, we can be for 8 minutes. Or maybe not. Oh god! Oh my god! Two people died. 3 people died. Okay, we are just. Oh god! And okay, I'm dead. Okay, thank you. I love you so much. I got it. Oh my god! All of my team is dead. Okay, right. Please, get inside. Get inside, please. Get inside, please. Everyone, Rojo or. Okay, this was fast. Like. I.
Kind of server. Hey. What's up? You are one angry motherfucker. Come on, you can do better than that, man. God. Is this dude moaning in team chat? Is this dude moaning in game chat? Yeah, he is. He's I Oh man. Well, might as well join the fun. Alright, the first step to make the sexiest RP server is the name. Sexy RP 18 plus. Then you gotta have the winky face. Sexy RP 18 plus winky face.
Okay,
if you don't have the winky face, it's not gonna work, people. You have an arrow in your face. Ooh, okay. He wants me to follow him. What's gonna happen next? We don't know. Is he trying to boot me off? He's definitely trying to boot me off. I'm not gonna fall for it. See the city? He's gonna try to boot me off. Check this out. Ready? I'm gonna smash you right here. What? Do you understand me? Yeah. Come over here. Oh God! What the fuck is this shit? I don't want this. I didn't agree to this. Please leave me alone. I don't know. No. No. That was nice. Oh my God. No. 18 plus lose Sonic RP. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my god, I gotta join this. God, if only Tails was here to put both of us
But if only Tails was here so we could flock.
So we could fluck? What is flucking?
Anon, earlier I was in a fucking Peppa Pig RP, you should have seen that.
Can you give me like an impression of what that was like?
It was just like it was a really lewd snort. It was like
Yo, Anon,
Yeah.
you make me wanna.
Damn, dude, I feel honored. Someone give me the best sexy pig impression. Give me your Lucio.
My Lucio impression.
Yeah. Let's see that.
Yeah, okay, wait, let me just
Alright, I since you're here, I do need to ask you, why does like every girl cream over McCree? Or should I say McCream? Okay, go ahead.
I mean, listen, I don't cream over McCree. I mostly cream over Torbjorn, but that's besides the case.
Yeah, Torbjorn's got the good hammer. His beard, you can just get lost in it.
What really tickles my groins about Torbjorn is that he has a really nice hammer and a really nice ass.
So does Reinhardt, though.
공격 시작까지 30초.
일을 직접 처리하는 게 쉬연이 아니지만 해야 할 땐 확실하게 처리한다. 그건 참 흥미로운 가설이고.
훌륭하군요. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 공격을 시작합니다. 화물을 호위하십시오.
화물을 확보해. 이거면 되겠고.
여기 집결한다.
We are winning this.
치유의 물결.
We are fucking winning. I'm fucking winning this. This is. I need this is okay. This is true. Not luck.
훌륭하군요. 궁극기 준비했어. 감히 경지에 도달했습니다.
This is true. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, accept. So fine. Yeah, Sonic arrow. Sonic. Okay. Nice. We are winning this. What the fuck? And I am the lowest one. That means I suffer. Oh. Damn it. Thank you. I love you. That's what. What's this? What's this game? What's this game? Oh my god. I don't even need. This game is stupid.
확인했어요.
Oh my god.
제가 여러분을 지키겠어요.
Where's she on? Where?
최고의 플레이.
Without me using the out. What? Okay. I have to go.
여기로 집결하세요.
See, I saved the thing.
Plus, Torbjorn's already got loads of kids, so you don't have to have any with him.
And Torbjorn has like a really fat ass.
What is wrong with these people?
I want Torbjorn to grab my and then say.
Alright, let's relax.
I want Torbjorn to grab my and say, "Come get your